Living alone after 55, scary or liberating? If you're wondering how to thrive on your own, you're in the right place. Dr. ONeill's discovered 6 game-changing benefits of solo living that nobody's talking about. Ready to find out what they are? Now let me tell you about Dr. ONeill. She's an expert in studying how older adults can benefit from living alone. Her research has shown some surprising results that might change how you think about solo living. You might not know this, but nearly 30% of older adults in the US live alone. This number goes up as people get older, especially for those over 85. So if you're living alone, you're part of a big group. Dr. ONeill's found 6 benefits of living alone that most people don't talk about. These might surprise you and make you see solo living in a new light. Are you ready to learn what they are? Let's get started. Moving on to the second advantage, you might be surprised to learn how living solo can reignite old passions or spark new ones. Ever wondered what you could achieve if your time was truly your own? Let's explore how living alone opens up a world of possibilities for personal growth. When you're living by yourself, you have the freedom to explore your interests without interruption. This means you can dedicate as much time as you want to hobbies or activities that truly excite you. It's like having a blank canvas to paint your day exactly how you want it. Many older adults discover new talents or rediscover old passions after they start living alone. Take Mary, for example. She always loved photography but never had the time to really dive into it. After her kids moved out, she found herself with hours to spend behind the lens. Now, at 65, she's having her first gallery showing. Engaging in personal interests isn't just fun, it's good for you too. Research shows that older adults who actively pursue their passions report higher levels of happiness and lower levels of loneliness. It's like finding a secret weapon against the blues that come with aging. You might be wondering, how do I find my passion? Well, it's easier than you think. You can start by taking classes at your local community center. Maybe try that pottery class you've always been curious about, or pick up a new skill online. There are plenty of free courses available. The key is to explore and see what clicks with you. Margaret Manning, an expert on aging, says, instead of looking at being alone as something that limits you, why not look at it as an opportunity to do anything your heart desires? This mindset can really change how you approach solo living. Remember, it's never too late to start something new. You might discover a talent for writing, a love for gardening, or even a knack for coding. The possibilities are endless when you have the time and space to explore. Please make sure to subscribe if you want to help build a community of older people looking to enjoy life alone. Now that you've discovered new interests, you'll need a way to organize your time. Did you know that creating a personalized schedule could be the key to unlocking a more fulfilling life after 55? It's not just about filling your days, it's about designing a life that truly works for you. When you're living alone, especially after retirement, having a routine becomes crucial. It's like creating a framework for your day that gives you purpose and structure. Without the usual 9-to-5 grind, you might think every day would be a free-for-all, but that's not always the best approach. Experts say that maintaining a schedule is a major contributor to aging positively after retirement. It keeps you vital and engaged. You might be wondering, how do I create a balanced routine? Well, it's simpler than you think. Start by setting specific times for meals, exercise, social activities, and hobbies. This helps create a sense of normalcy and gives your day a nice flow. If this is something you're going to do, comment below with your own advice. Let's say you decide to have breakfast at 8 a.m. every day, followed by a morning walk at 9 a.m. You might then dedicate your afternoons to a hobby or social activity. Having these anchor points in your day can make a big difference in how you feel. Now, you might run into some challenges when trying to stick to a schedule. Maybe you wake up one day and just don't feel motivated, or perhaps an unexpected health issue throws you off track. These things happen, but overcoming these hurdles is key to maintaining your independence and well-being. To stay on track, try using a planner or setting reminders on your phone. You can also team up with a friend who's also living alone. You can check in on each other and share tips on sticking to your routines. Remember, your schedule doesn't have to be set in stone. The beauty of living alone is that you can adjust your routine as you see fit. If you find that you're more energetic in the mornings, schedule your most important activities then. If you're a night owl, plan accordingly. Having control over your schedule is more than just deciding when to eat or sleep. It's about empowerment. It contributes to a sense of independence and well-being, allowing you to live life on your own terms. You're the captain of your ship, steering your day exactly where you want it to go. So, you've got control of your schedule, but what about your social life? Living alone doesn't have to mean being lonely. In fact, it might surprise you to learn that many older adults who live solo report having more diverse and fulfilling social connections. How is this possible, and could it work for you? Let's clear up a common misunderstanding. Being alone and feeling lonely are two different things. You can live by yourself and still have a rich social life. It's all about how you approach it. Living alone can actually motivate you to get out there and make connections. When you're not relying on the company of family members or a spouse at home, you might find yourself more eager to seek out social interactions. This can lead to a more diverse and interesting social circle. Now, you might be wondering, how do I build these connections? Well, there are plenty of ways to do it. You can join community groups that align with your interests. Maybe there's a book club or a gardening group in your area. Volunteering is another great option. It's a chance to give back to your community and meet like-minded people at the same time. Taking classes designed for older adults is another way to expand your social network. You might learn a new skill and make some friends in the process. It's a win-win situation. These social activities aren't just fun, they're good for your health too. Research has shown that older adults who participate in social activities often experience better mental and physical health. It's like a natural boost for your well-being. You might be surprised to learn that nearly 30% of older adults in the US live alone. That's a lot of people in the same boat as you, and many of them are thriving thanks to the connections they've made outside their homes. Now, building these connections might take some effort at first. You might need to step out of your comfort zone a bit. But remember, many people are looking for new friends too. You're not alone in wanting to connect. Understanding what makes you feel lonely can help too. Maybe you feel a bit down on Sunday afternoons or during holidays. Once you know your triggers, you can plan activities for those times. It's all about being proactive. Physical exercise can also help combat loneliness. It's not just good for your body, it's great for your mood too. Plus, if you join a fitness class or a walking group, you've got another chance to meet new people. Now let's wrap up what we've learned about living alone after 55. Remember, it's not just about being on your own. It's a chance to grow and discover new things about yourself. You've got the freedom to pursue your passions, create your own schedule, and build stronger social connections. You're part of a big group. Nearly 30% of older adults in the US live alone, and many are thriving. As Margaret Manning says, it's okay to be alone, and there are lots of things you can do on your own. Living alone doesn't mean being lonely. It's about embracing this new chapter in your life. We'd love to hear from you. What's your experience with living alone after 55? Do you have any tips or questions? Share them in the comments below. Your insights might help others who are on the same journey.